Rod Chapel used to say if being a selector was so easy just to pick on numbers, then anyone can do it. Are you dropping Maxi on numbers?
Yeah, dropping. He hasn't made enough runs. Simple as that.
Just on stats?
Yep.
Fair enough.
In terms of the way he's been going, apart from the low scores, do you guys as selectors, do you want to see a bit of, I guess you'd say, evolution in his game, handle different scenarios and think his way through situations?
I think if you want to play cricket for Australia, you should be consistent. And you should, if you're a batsman, you should get consistent runs. If you're a bowler, you should get consistent wickets or bowl well. Glenn has too many games where he doesn't contribute with the bat. He's a hell of a good fieldsman, as we know. He's a handy bowler. And at his best, I mean, he's one of our first picked in a one-day team. But if he's not making runs, then we've got to find a solution to it. And the solution we've come up with is to put him back a step or two and see if he can get some runs there on a consistent basis.
Do you guys still want to see him evolve as well into a multi-format player, you know, a guy who plays Test cricket for Australia?
When you've got as much talent as that, you should be able to play all forms. And yes, the quick answer is yes.
Clearly communicated that to him, Rob. What was his reaction?
I thought he was terrific. He took it as well as could be expected. No one likes being dropped, but he understood the reasons. And he also understands what he's got to do.
And the danger now is it opens a spot for someone else, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but Maxi at his best is one of our best.
Is it a mixed message though to have a guy who's supposed to have a licence to attack and then to worry about it when he makes a few low scores?
How many low scores can he make? When do you draw the line? So I'll leave that up to you. If you've got your opinion that he shouldn't have been dropped, well, so that's fine. Yeah, no, that's... As far as I'm concerned, he's had a lot of chances and, you know, it got to that stage where we couldn't go on any longer.
And Moises, Rod, chance to give him another one. He's part of this squad, obviously, he could have run at some stage during that tournament.
Well, I hope so. I hope he gets a game. You know, he's been training the house down, so to speak. He's really fit, and I just hope his bad luck with injuries finishes. Also wish O'Keefe's bad luck with injuries had finished too, but that hadn't been the case. Shame.
Would you envisage a lot of players getting a game throughout the one-day series?
Oh, it depends how we're going. If we play like we played in this test match, could be a heck of a lot of blokes getting a game, I think. Everyone.
I suppose that leads to a question about the makeup of this team. You're happy with the team that you've got at the moment? Obviously with one in, one out. But,
Yeah, look, I don't think we can pick a better team. We've got all the people here that deserve to be here on numbers. You know, people talk about the way we play spin bowling. Well, you know, there's no doubt about the fact that we don't play it as well as we play pace bowling in Australia. But that's something it's a work in progress. Everyone's had the preparation for this tour. We couldn't have done any more. And yet, you know, when we had an opportunity after bowling them out for 117, we only make 200. It's unbelievable.
It's not my position, but I see people on social media saying, well, can you stick with Mitch Marsh? I mean, can you explain from a selector's point of view why Mitch Marsh is in the team at this point?
Well, I mean, to look at the way he batted in this game, in the context of the game, had that little bloke knocking 176, he was one of the very best batsmen in the game, I thought. But he got 31 and 25. And that's the sad part. I mean, he started beautifully on both occasions, but that can happen on pitches like this. You know, you get one with your name on it, and you know, he missed one in the first innings, which he wouldn't like. At least he's got his pad in front of this one in the second innings. But you know, he was in really good nick. He is in good nick.
Is it the case that 99 times out of 100 you will play an all-rounder, and at the moment he's the best all-rounder we've got too, isn't it?
Yeah, he is. His bowling's probably kept him in the side to a degree, but his bowling's going to be less important here than his batting. Got a big reach. Mitch as well, and I think that helps often on turning pitches.
Right, in terms of the I suppose, work that's been done by the selectors, by Pat Howard, by Darren coaching staff over the last few years, and all the resources put into it, can there be any more resource put into getting Australia playing better in these conditions, or is it a matter of the resolve of the players?
No, I don't think there can be. We've got spin pitches, we've got... I mean, what else can we do, really? It's we send them off to India, we send them to other parts of the world where the ball turns. And, we play A series in India last year and they batted well against good spin bowling. But it gets to a test match, and whether it's the extra pressure of it being a test match, whether it's the fact that we historically haven't done well on turning pitches on the subcontinent, whether that plays on their minds, I'm not sure. But it's a work in progress, and there were some positive signs as well. I thought Joe Burns played really well in the second innings after perhaps not looking too sound in the first innings. That he went to plan B and he looked really good until he didn't hit one.
Is there any...
What do you think, in hindsight, David Warner was fit enough for this match?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he wouldn't have played if he wasn't fit enough. Well, we wouldn't have played him. You saw him field. I mean, his fielding was outstanding, and he just missed out with the bat, and that can happen.
Just had one more right about the rankings. Australia, the number one team in the world. Is it fair to question the legitimacy of that if the team's performances in these parts of the world don't improve?
Well, we don't work out how they rank. We just go and play Test cricket and try and win every game, and if we're number one, we're number one. If we're number five, we're number five. Can't do anything about that.